Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, and if this is your first time, thank you so much for joining me, and if you're a returning viewer or subscriber, I really appreciate your time and your support. It really means a lot to me in this channel. I also have some very good news. As of Monday, April 13th, 2020, Beach Face Island is officially rated 5 stars, just as Isabel said in the last caption, so welcome to my 5-star island tour video. And early last week, my house became a rank S from the Happy Home Academy with a score of just about 120,000 points. So we'll tour that towards the 3/4 mark or the end of this video. I'll actually just leave some timestamps in the description below for those of you interested in seeing certain parts of my island. So I've made a few changes since my second island tour video, and if you're coming from my first island tour video, this is pretty much a completely different island compared to that one, which was about day 14 in-game. With that said, it's officially been 4 weeks since Animal Crossing New Horizons has been released, so in a sense, this will double as my day 28 week 4 island tour video. So first off, let's take a look at my map. So as you can see when I pull it up, there's been quite a bit of development, especially regarding pathways. And if you're new to my channel, I've actually relocated my house from the original plot that I chose back when I was a wee little tent. And this plot was actually a nice beachfront spot in the bottom right hand corner or the southeast. And I moved it to the very top right hand corner, which is actually one of the highest cliffs in the game. So I had to do some landscaping, some waterscaping. And that is located on the top northeast end of the island now. So first off, we'll tour the little town center area, and as you saw as I left the building earlier, Maple the bear was blocking the entrance, and I absolutely dislike how these little creatures love to just block convenient paths. So here's my nook's cranny. I added some of those electric scooters in the front because they happen to be everywhere nowadays. Well, before COVID hit and when we could go outside, they're on every street corner. But I have 3 villagers who live in the top from right to left. It's Twiggy, this little bird who's conveniently blocking my way again. The middle is Maple's house. And this last house on the far left is actually Cherry, who is one of my day 1 villagers who flew onto this island with me. And I most likely will keep her forever because she's grown so much to become one of my favorite Animal Crossing characters. So as we pass more flowers and decorations, I have upgraded the fences in the main square to iron fences. Last week they were Bunny Day fences, but that holiday is past, so most of those decorations are in the seasonal room of my home. The museum is located on the bottom left hand of my main island, and in the beachfront area of the museum, I decorated the ground a bit to imitate some beach blankets, added a few lawn chairs, and a lifeguard tower. Moving on to the right side of my main island, I've added a little workout area, or some places call it a muscle beach. I have a wand outfit just for this area too. It's called Do You Even Lift, Bro? But anyway, funny thing is, before I made this area, my villagers always gathered to this part of the map to do stretches and other workouts, so I ended up just making it a bit of a workout area for them, and surprisingly, they still congregate here to do those sort of things. But on the right side of Muscle Beach is actually the area that my house was originally placed. The only thing left is this Zen fence that you can see all the way around. So the whole area of my house took up where these picnic benches were, all the way to the back fence where those trees or that little tree line is. And dang, looking at it now, it was actually a really big plot. The whole area was furnished and decorated, the exterior, and I think I got my house all the way to the 2nd floor upgrade, so I was really close to being a mansion. I actually moved my secret Zen Garden, which obviously isn't a secret anymore, from its dwelling within the trees on the right side island of the map. I'll show you all what that has transformed into within the past few weeks, to this area. And I've made it significantly larger compared to how the old Zen Garden was. Added a little pond to the middle, kept all the furniture, and I'm actually gonna head to the area where this Zen Garden was once located. But I'm gonna have a squirrel moment right now because there is a bottle that I forgot to pick up, and I wonder what that recipe is. Anyway, so I'm gonna head over to where the Zen Garden used to be. This whole thing used to be covered in trees. All of the cliffs were not there. Everything was flat and flush. So I raised up all the cliffs and made a little concert in the valley, or concert in the canyon, whatever you want to call it. A little outdoor concert venue, which is surrounded by cliffs. A lot of work was put into this because there wasn't a single body of water in this area except for the ocean to the right hand side, obviously. But I made that little stream to the right. I made a little stream to cover the little stage or performance area. That waterfall wasn't there, so I made a waterfall come down. And I'm really pleased on how this ended up and turned out, because I've said this in another video, most of the time when you imagine something in this game, it usually doesn't turn out the way you want it to be, and sometimes you just give up and it just becomes a failure and you just build something new. But this is one of those rare instances where what I imagined in my head actually came into fruition and became my little outdoor concert venue, and I'm really excited. So the funny thing is right here, Sugarberry Smash always makes fun of me for this. That's the main pathway for the paying customers, because there's 2 secret paths. The first one that I took, and then one within my orchard, which I'm going to show off in a second. For the locals, that's how they get in for free. And that's another thing about this game. You have to have a little bit of imagination just to kind of get your ideas rolling and implemented into your island, your town, whichever version of Animal Crossing you're playing. You just need a little bit of imagination, and don't let people like Sugarberry Smash just be mean to you. Just kidding, love you. And here's the next big change to my island. The theme park and cafe used to be located on the left hand side island, because my island was split up perfectly into kind of like a peace sign, so the river went down and forked off into 2 different directions. But before I get into anything else, spin an 8 when something great. Did I spin an 8? No, I spin a 2. Anyway, rule on my island is if you spin an 8, you win that big pop-up panda bear in the back, which is actually worth 8,500 bells. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So my island is split up perfectly. There's a left side, a right side, a bottom, and a top. So I moved my theme park from the left-hand island to the top island. Originally, the theme park and cafe was on a strictly vertical plane, so everything went from bottom to top or top to bottom, and I found that it was really hard to see some attractions and some things that I really worked hard to put into this theme park. I wanted the theme park and cafe to lie on a horizontal plane. I was able to get that accomplished by moving that attraction to this part of the map, with only a little bit on the vertical plane, so it's more of an L shape now, but everything is much easier to see and interact with, and that's all I really wanted. It's really awesome now too, because the cafe is actually located on a hill, so it looks like it's on a 2nd level, so it has this designated spot for it, and it's not all mushed or cramped or jammed all together, and everything looks nice and orderly, and there's actually a pretty good flow. There was a really nice flow originally, but this seems to be more appropriate and better for my island at least. So I added this diner counter, added more espresso machines, added some new tables. I lucked out and one of my villagers gave me that diner chair right there. So I also used the wood flooring, and then I made a little outdoor, it's already outside, an exterior seating area that's not confined to this imperial fencing, and I think everything actually turned out really nicely, and you can actually see my house in the distance, so that's pretty cool. I can keep an eye on all the riffraff trying to enter my theme park and cafe. Just kidding. And my bamboo forest is in the back over there. If you guys didn't know, there's some sleeping bags on the bottom cove over there. I'm probably not going to show that in this video because I kind of forgot, and this is actually a voiceover, so anyway, as we move on to the left side of my island and we're just going to cross through the theme park, I did add 2 more waterfalls to this area. So the main waterfall, or the original waterfall, is that big one that's on the side of the cafe, and I just wanted another photo opportunity. Had a little island right there so you can jump on there, take a cool picture, because what's the point of Animal Crossing if you're not going to take screen captures and show it off to Twitter and the rest of the world, right? That's like 90% of the game. Anyway, added those stone steps right there. We're going to pass Hornsby's house. He's a lazy blue rhino that loves bugs. He's actually exactly Bones' personality, so I might have to have a little brawl to see who stays on this island. And here's Felicity. So she's actually going to give me a guide shirt. I'm going to speed it up right now, but I found that it was really appropriate that she knew I was making this video. Oh, lost my pants. So I'm gonna take that off and put on my, oh, if you haven't noticed, I'm kind of cosplaying Ellie and Carl from oh, I don't know. I was a purple cat last night, so you can actually wear some dumb things in Animal Crossing. That's why I love this game. Oh, here's my well. That's where the villagers I don't like end up living. So this is where my theme park was originally, and I just made it into a little flower field and added a silo because I really want a windmill. So if anybody knows if there's a windmill in this game, please let me know, and if you already have one, I'll buy it off you. I'll give you some gold pieces. Please inquire in the comments below for possible trades. And here is my fishing area. I have an outfit, or a wand outfit, perfect for this. It's called Berry Fishy. It's so stupid. So this is where all of the fishermen go in my island. Not really. There are some really good fish here because my pier is located here. And shout out to that one commenter from a couple of videos ago who told me what the point of this pier was, and it was just to catch some more rare fish. But if anybody knows of any other reasons why the pier is there, let me know and enlighten me a little bit. As we run up the left side beach of my island, I absolutely had no idea that these wave breakers were this big, and I guess that's the point of them, right? They're there to to break the wave, so that's where those are located. And if you've seen my other videos, you know that on this side of the island, this is where the monster was, or where Godzilla was. But I decided to do some rearranging, and I actually got a cooler little item sent by Sugarberry Smash herself, and you can see it in the distance already. A UFO, a flying saucer. And you know, I've heard many theories that Stonehenges across the whole world have been built by aliens, so why not encourage those people who believe that and actually put a little flying saucer next to my Stonehenge? So Beach Face Island is welcoming to all thoughts and beliefs, and no one is judged here, so if that's what you believe, that's you. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the next part of my island. Just let me prep for a little screenshot so I can make a nice cover photo for YouTube. I like to make little collages, so for those who want to know what's within those collages, sometimes they're a little too small to see. I do just get a little compilation of sights and things from my island, and I just kind of put them all in there, usually 4 or 5 pictures. And Felicity looks a little mad, so I'm just going to go around that tree as I move up to the second tier. So these houses up here, this is where 3 more villagers live, and I think I have a perfect outfit for this first house. This is where my buddy Snake lives, and I'm going to use my outfit, my wand outfit called What Up My Ninja, because Snake is one of my day ones as well. He and Cherry ventured to this island with me, and I think I lucked out with the variety of jocks in this game that I ended up with Snake, because he's a cute little pink rabbit. And from right to left, Snake, Carmen, and my favorite villager of all time. He's in every single one of my games, and that's Marshall. Marshall, the little squirrel with the little smug face and angry eyes. Anyway, so I made this path that goes all the way up to the campground. And for those of you who are watching my videos for the first time right now, the campground used to be where the theme park is, and that whole section was pretty much just trees and campground. So I think I found a better spot for it, and I kind of made it a little secluded, but still. Oh, Stitches is here! We're gonna have to say goodbye to probably Twiggy, because I'm gonna work really hard to get Stitches into my island. And yes, I did edit all of the fade outs and fade ins when you enter buildings, because if you did not know, it takes about 2 to 3 seconds for that to load up, and that especially when I go into my house later on, that's going to be a lot of times I enter and exit a building, and that's potentially 20 to 30 seconds of more dead airtime. So the right side of my island, Lighthouse is still there. I elevated it, add a little solar panel right there, because I really want a nice iron park bench, or a bench that's not made out of a log or looks like a log. So if anybody else out there has a nice park bench and wants to trade, inquire in the comments below once again, and maybe we can make a trade. And I moved Godzilla from the left side of my island to the right side, because this platform, or that rocky platform you see him on, is actually much bigger than the one the UFO and Stonehenge is on. So I could put more decorations. I put some barbed wire fencing, some spike fences, some military barrels, and a wheelbarrow that you see over there. And this is completely amazing. I love how it looks, because it looks like a little movie set. And the best part about it, I hope you guys like my Porky Pig impression right there, but the best part about that is my house is right there, and you can actually see him in the background horizon of my house, and I think that looks really cool. And I have a mansion now, so I can say, yeah, in my backyard I have a big Godzilla set, and yeah, it's because I have all that Animal Crossing and Bell money. So last bit right here, I actually made this lake where that bridge is. I made the lake way bigger. It was tiny. It was one of those really small, maybe 9 square block sized lakes. Made it way bigger, added a little picnic spot for Sugarberry Smash and I just wanted to show that you can actually go on this top bridge by making a little hop. And if you want to watch the outdoor concert from one of those top bridges, all you have to do is find a little spot like right here, make that hop, and then you can watch whoever's performing. It's usually just me messing with that harp, because that's a $130,000 harp that actually fell from the sky, and I was blessed that day. There's those days in Animal Crossing where you're just blessed a little more than other days. But we're finally to my house, and as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, it's officially a rank S house. Got over the 120,000 point mark. And here's the outdoor area of my house. The left hand side has the pool and those poolside lounges. Finally got those there. Thanks to Sugarberry Smash, she gave me one so my catalog can be filled, so I bought another. There was just a weird yucca plant there at one point. And now it looks like a complete pool and barbecue area. Here is my shell fountain. It's on a weird 1.5 by 1.5 block, so you can't really center it. So if that's bothering anybody, I'm sorry, because that's bothered me for so long now. And here it is. There's Godzilla. You can see him from my Zen or relaxation garden. The word Zen is just overly used in this game, so I'm just going to say relaxation garden. And here is my Zen pool. I told myself I was going to say that word again. Here's my relaxation stone area. It's really, really peaceful here if you're listening. And if you didn't see my relocation or my house moving video, I chose that spot specifically for that waterfall. That's one of the natural waterfalls in the game, and I just wanted to have a natural waterfall without me having to make one with the waterscaping tool. But here's my house. It looks like a cluttered mess. One thing that I'm lacking is full furniture sets, so one day my house will look like one of those cool Animal Crossing New Leaf model homes. I just said New Leaf because I remember visiting other people's houses and just seeing how amazing and how decorated and organized everything was, because they had matching furniture, gold trim everywhere. One day we'll get to that level, because it seems to me that, at least for me on my island, getting furniture is really hard, or getting matching furniture is really hard unless you build it yourself, and I'm just tired of all these wood-based furnitures, so I want something with a little more variety and color. But that was my bedroom. I tried to make it imperial, but it's mixed with the rattan stuff. Is that how you pronounce that? Rattan? Rattan? Anyway, this is my seasonal or holiday room, and the most recent holiday was Bunny Day, so it's gonna be filled with eggs, smelly eggs. I'm so tired of those eggs. I'm just so glad you can't fish for them or shoot them out of the sky anymore. But next holiday, it's gonna gradually change into whatever that is coming up, and this right side room is actually my bathroom, and I mixed it with the fishing tourney stuff because it actually all meshed and blended well together, and has a little it has a blue hue, so whatever's blue is probably going to go in here, or whatever has fish is going to go in here. And I still don't have a toilet. It's just the bidet, so you're going to have to do your dump skis in a bidet for now. So I do have the basement and second level, and my basement is my workshop or my DIY area, and it's just a cluttered mess of every knick-knack, every Tim-Tam Slam. I don't I know what I was thinking about. You know, you ever been to the Goodwill or Salvation Army? They call it bric-a-brac. So all the bric-a-brac is here, and yeah, that shows my financial situation. Anyway, so with that said, we're gonna moving on up to the actual second floor of my house. Originally I had the Easter or Bunny Day stuff on the second floor, but I decided to put my music / game room up here, because in every house I've ever built in Animal Crossing, and even my own personal space at home, I do have a room designated for music as well as games. So hopefully I can find more arcade related things in this game, or find more cool instruments. I was debating whether to put the harp in here or in the outdoor concert area, because I'm not going to shell out 130,000 bells for another harp, so I think it looks better outside. So this is all I have so far, and in my next open gate stream on Saturday, there wasn't one last week because of KK Slider coming on Friday. Due to so many in-game events, I had to postpone it. Anyway, no one even noticed. Please feel free to drop me a present here and there. Maybe you can fill in my rooms for me. If not, I can make a trade. I can purchase it from you. But with that said, I hope you've enjoyed this tour. You saw my 5-star island. I just like saying that. It sounds so cool. My S-rank house. And I'm just going to run through my island one more time as I end off this video. Thank you so much for all of your support ever since I started posting more Animal Crossing videos. In addition to my usual tech, electronics, and gaming videos, as well as some of my unboxings, my channel has officially hit 4,000 subscribers. And that's a whole bunch for a small YouTuber like myself. I appreciate everyone who's viewed any of my content, and I hope that you all enjoyed this little island tour video today. Please feel free to check out these other videos, and if you really enjoyed spending some time with me today, consider subscribing to stay up to date with my channel and be the first to know when I upload something new or go live for a stream. Thank you so much once again, and I hope that everyone out there has a great rest of their day, and I'll see you all soon with new uploads. Stay safe out there, everyone, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.